Have you ever wondered about the cosmic law that what we give, we inevitably receive? Today, we are venturing into the intriguing world of a saying that has found its way into every corner of our lives. What goes around comes around. It's a phrase that has echoed through centuries, hinting at a universal truth about the nature of our actions and their far-reaching consequences. As we unravel the origins of what goes around comes around, prepare to embark on a journey through time. Our journey begins in ancient India, where the seeds of this saying were first sown. In the hustle and bustle of the world's oldest civilization, a profound concept was taking shape. The concept of karma. The word itself means action or deed, but it was so much more than that. Karma was the idea that the universe was a grand ledger, recording every action, every thought, every word you spoke, and not just recording, mind you, but responding to. It was believed that the universe would return the results of your actions to you, either in this life or the next. If you planted seeds of kindness, you would reap a harvest of happiness. On the other hand, if you sowed discord, you would be met with the same. It was an elegant, if somewhat daunting system of cosmic checks and balances. But karma wasn't a standalone concept. It was intertwined with another belief that was just as profound: reincarnation. In the Indian spiritual tradition, death wasn't the end. It was a comma, not a full stop. After death, the soul was reborn into a new body, and the circumstances of that new life were determined by the karma accumulated in previous lives. Imagine that, your actions in this life shaping the contours of your next life. It's a thought that can inspire caution and reflection, isn't it? And it's this very thought that's at the heart of the saying, what goes around comes around. Over time, the concept of karma traveled beyond the borders of India, influencing cultures and philosophies across the world. The phrase itself is modern, but the wisdom behind it is ancient. It reminds us that our actions have consequences, that the universe is watching, that we are, in a way, the architects of our own destiny. With these beginnings, the idea began to spread, evolving into a phrase we all recognize today. So, the next time you hear "what goes around comes around," remember its ancient roots and let it inspire you to sow good deeds, because, as they say, you reap what you sow. From the land of the Ganges, this concept traveled far and wide. The idea of karma, this cosmic law of cause and effect, was not confined to the boundaries of its birthplace. It seeped into the veins of various cultures, adapting and evolving, yet never losing its core essence. The thread of karma weaves itself into the fabric of ancient Greek philosophy. The Greeks believed in Moira, the personification of fate. They held that every action was tied to destiny, a concept not unlike karma. Actions had consequences, and these consequences were bound by the threads of fate. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, the concept found resonance in the Christian worldview as well. The biblical phrase, "as you sow, so shall you reap," mirrors the essence of karma, emphasizing the cycle of action and consequence. Even in the indigenous cultures of Africa, a similar concept prevailed. In the Akan community, it was believed that one's actions in this life could affect their destiny in the next life, a clear echo of the karma doctrine. In recent centuries, the idea journeyed across oceans, finding a place in the modern Western world. Here, it took on a more colloquial form, morphing into the saying we're all familiar with, "what goes around comes around." This saying serves as a reminder of the ancient wisdom of karma. It underscores the belief that our actions, whether good or bad, will eventually come full circle. It's a call to introspect, to think before we act, and to understand that our actions extend beyond us, impacting the world in ways we may never fully comprehend. Thus, a belief born in the East found its way to the West, carrying with it a profound message about the nature of our actions. Fast forward to the present, the saying continues to resonate with us. Now, we don't just use "what goes around comes around" as a whimsical phrase thrown around casually. Instead, it has evolved into a profound reminder of the ripple effect that our actions can have. The modern interpretation of this saying is a call to mindfulness. It beckons us to be aware of the impact of our words, deeds, and even our thoughts. Each action, no matter how minute it might seem, sends out a ripple into the universe, affecting not just us, but those around us, and potentially even those far beyond our immediate circle. Think of it as a domino effect. One domino topples, setting off a chain reaction that can reach far beyond the initial push. Similarly, a single action can have far-reaching consequences. It might bring joy, sorrow, success, or failure, not just to us, but to others as well. Remember, every time we choose kindness, we're sending out positive ripples that can bring about a positive return. Conversely, if we choose negativity, we might just find ourselves on the receiving end of the same. So, what goes around, comes around, is not just a saying, but a timeless reminder of the interconnectedness of our actions. It's a call to be mindful, to be kind, and to remember that our actions can and do shape the world around us. In the end, what goes around, comes around is more than just a saying. It's a philosophy of life. We've journeyed back to ancient India, where the seeds of this concept were first sown in the fertile ground of karmic belief. We've seen how this belief, rooted in the idea that every action has a consequence, traveled across cultures, evolving into the familiar phrase we know today. This saying is a potent reminder of our interconnectedness and the impact our actions can have. It's a call to mindfulness, urging us to consider the ripples we send out into the world. From its ancient origins to its modern interpretations, what goes around, comes around, continues to inspire introspection and guide our actions. So, as we wrap up this episode, let's keep in mind, every action has a reaction, and the universe always balances its books. Until next time, think about the ripples you're sending out into the world.